Hey, I'm keynote speaker and author Jones Loflin, helping you make the best choices with your time so you can thrive. Listening to a podcast last week, and the guest shared a strategy she uses to help her not get overloaded in her schedule, to not add more elephants to her world, if you will. She says that when faced with a potential new commitment, she will stop and think about someone who will be negatively impacted by her saying yes to this commitment. And then she actually finds a picture of them, either on her device or if she's got a physical picture, and she actually says to them what that negative impact is. For example, I know, friend, we were looking forward to spending time together this evening because it's been a long time since we've caught up, but I've just said yes to this meeting, so we're not going to be able to do it. She said that saying it out loud and having that person in front of you really helps you evaluate whether that new commitment is important or not. I think that's a brilliant strategy. I've also started using that strategy to say no to the lower impact things I could be engaged in to help me focus on what really is most important in my life. Let me give you an example. I'm sitting on the plane a couple days ago and I was thinking about spending time with Sydney before she heads off on her internship this summer. Had some work I really needed to do to get ready for some presentations next week, but I'm just thinking, I don't think I'm going to work on that right now. Stopped myself, found a picture of Sydney on my phone, and I said, Sydney, I know we're looking forward to spending time together before you head off on your internship, but I'm just going to be a little lazy and not work on my presentations for next week, so I might seem a little distracted when we're together. You know what happened. I immediately got to work on those presentations so I could give Sydney my full attention before she heads off for the summer. Working on this Jones Zone is another example. I was thinking about putting it off until tomorrow, and then I got thinking about Lisa coming home this afternoon after we've been away from each other for a few days. I took out a picture of Lisa and I said, Lisa, I know that we're excited about being together today, but I'm going to procrastinate on doing my Jones Zone until tomorrow, so if I seem a little distracted, I hope that's okay. You know what happened. I got things set up, and I'm doing the Jones Zone. Here's how I suggest you use the strategy this week. When you are thinking of saying no to something, whether it's a new commitment, or whether you're thinking about saying no to something that's really important that you need to work on, think of someone who will be negatively impacted by your choice. Get out a picture of them and say to them out loud what that negative consequence is. I'm telling you, it will cause you to make choices that are much more aligned with your values. I'm Jones Loflin. I hope it's a fantastic week for you where you say yes to what's most important in your work and life. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today in the Jones Zone.